What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another video and welcome to the Ticker family. I really do appreciate you tuning in. So today what we're going to be talking about is the argument for and against buying more shares this March for Zomedica. So this is one of my favorite stocks, so you already know what I'm going to be doing. But again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I am extremely pumped to be talking about this company, especially today because we are majorly in the green. So let's go ahead and get started. So for those that don't know much about Zomedica, here's a quick little summary of this company. So Zomedica's goal is to bring gold standard performance to point of care testing to improve diagnostic of diseases. Improved test performance at the POC provides veterinary healthcare teams with control over their workday and confidence in their ability to diagnose diseases sooner, which could lead to more accurate and convenient methods for diagnosing complex endocrine and metabolic disorders. They say that their diagnostic testing platforms are being developed with these rigorous guidelines in mind. The target specifications for all reflect aggressive performance metrics that aim to surpass those of corresponding gold standard technologies. Trueform, which is one of its technologies, has a performance requirements were specifically chosen to meet or exceed reference laboratory performance, thus providing unparalleled services at the POC. And as you can see right here at the end of this website, you'll see what a picture of Trueform looks like. So let's continue. So trying to time the market is extremely difficult. It's not something that I would advise, but I can tell you stocks have catalysts that are constantly making a company go up or down on the charts, right? So Zomedica is launching its first product later this month. It's a diagnostics device called Trueform that's intended for use in veterinarian offices. That's an obvious potential catalyst for growth on the stock market chart. Now, with that being said, with Trueform, let's see what the bull or the bear case is for buying now versus waiting for Trueform to get its results for us to understand what those risks are, or if you want to try to get in now because you believe personally that Trueform will just continue to rise because the data is going to show that this device is doing really, really well. And in my opinion, again, this company is a really good company, and I believe in this Trueform device. Super excited what Motley Fool has to say about the argument in favor. I mean, just reading this is getting me excited. So let me just go ahead and get started. So Trueform is a diagnostics platform, right? Just like I was mentioning earlier, that can tell vets several key pieces of information about the health of their feline and canine patients. Now, again, for me, one of the reasons why I really like this company is I personally own 2 dogs, right? Now, in particular, it can detect a pet's level of cortisol, thyroid stimulating hormone, or TSH, and free T4, depending on which test the practitioner chooses. The system has 2 main components, okay? The Trueform analyzer machine itself and the test cassettes that vets load with biological samples from Fido. Then the vet pops the cassette into the device and it delivers a readout shortly after. Now that right there is amazing. I mean, so for me, just hearing that, again, it gets me excited, but that's the type of details that I want to hear. Now, the true innovation of Trueform lies in the fact that clinics don't need to send their samples off to an outside lab to get results. Okay, so for me, that's time, that's efficiency. I mean, that's the way I work, so I really do appreciate that. Now, while it isn't only its product that fills this role, having the diagnostics in-house means that practitioners can make decisions about patients' care much faster, which could lead to a better outcome. Plus, there's a chance that cutting laboratories out of the loop could lead to cost savings for animal healthcare offices. See, now that's a win-win. So not only they're saving time, but they're also saving money, which means they're going to spend more time on my animals, which I do, again, appreciate. Now, in short, the convenience of Trueform is highly appealing, and it could drive substantial revenue growth for Zomedica, which, as you can see, after it launches in March, sales will slowly ramp up through the end of the year. In the meantime, Zomedica will develop and release new tests that are compatible with the machine, expanding its utility to vets. Which is perfect, because if your animal has a certain type of disease and Trueform can figure it out at an early stage, you're going to be helping or saving that animal. So for me, again, that's another positive. Now, increasing the device's portfolio of tests is critical. as each new functionality will likely require customers to purchase new consumables as an ongoing basis. In other words, each new diagnostics will increase the potential for recurring revenue, which could stimulate stock growth. So I like that. I mean, that almost sounds like that passive income. So that's perfect. So that's what I want you to know about the favor for Zomedica, right? So it's not even about, if you want it, but really it's how much do you want to buy? Now let's go check out the arguments against. Okay, so for the arguments against, the biggest reason to avoid investment in the short term is the market may have already priced in the economic impact of the launch of Trueform. Okay, so I mean, that is something that you got to think about, thereby curbing any benefit of a stock purchase this month, which is what we're going to be talking about. So year to date, the stock is up 780%. Cha-ching. So this is a compelling argument because in aggregate, investors already know what the product does, what its potential market size is, and very roughly the value of the intellectual property used to make it. So buying the stock right now might not result in any additional upside when Trueform starts being distributed, or later when Zomedica reports its earning from early sales. But potential buyers could keep this line of reasoning in the appropriate context. While it's probably true that the market eventually prices in all the available information about a stock, it can't predict the future. And see, just like we were talking about in favor of, right, for this March, if Trueform continued to find new ways to diagnose these animals with different types of diseases, I mean, for me, that's only going to be a stronger bull, right? So, I mean, I really like that. And so I want y'all to keep that in mind. Now, this is what the Motley Fool's verdict is. They think that Zomedica could be worth an investment that is a small relative to the size of its portfolio. If the company performs well throughout the rest of the year and next year, it might be worth increasing your holdings further. Until then, it is a speculative purchase, even if it's one that I am optimistic about. And so keep that in mind, right? I mean, I'm super excited about it. And for those, they can look at it as a speculative play. I'm super strong on it. I mean, I enjoy it, but again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I do have 2 animals. And so I do, again, appreciate being able to find that because it's going to save us time and it'll be more time that I get to spend with my animals. So now that you kind of know the for and against for March, let's go ahead and look at the chart. So for ZOM, you're looking at $2.29. And it is in the green closing, right? So it's up 9.05%. So here's the thing. It's 52-week high of $2.91 with the 52-week low of 6 cents. Looking at this trend line right now, you can see that it was floating around 14 cents for a really, really long time, right? And then you can tell by looking at the body and the actual candlestick, right? If you're looking at the wick itself, so let me zoom in real quick. You can tell that it's only continuing to go forward, right? It's only going positive. That trend line is going forward. And that's what I like about looking at these charts. I mean, it shows you exactly what it is. It is as transparent as you can be, right? So taking a look at it, let's zoom in. Now looking at these candlesticks, like I was saying, look at the wick. As you can see, that upward trend line is continuing to go up, right? So with a high of $2.91 and it's at $2.29. I mean, for me, I mean it's already starting to get a new trend line, a new base, right? And so with keeping that in mind, for me personally, when I see something like this, it's only an upward mobility, and that's what I want to see. That's what I want to know, especially with the volume that's been going around here lately. And so with Trueform and the diagnosis with the device, with the technology using the device that it has, I mean, I feel like it's only can continue to go forward, right? It's only going to increase and go up. And so that's what you want to hear, but that's what it's showing, all right? These charts are as transparent as can be. So anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoy this video. I really do appreciate you taking the time to listen. Again, leave me a comment if you own the stock, if you thought about buying it. I mean, or if you're buying more, whatever the case is. I mean, I'm super pumped about it. I really, really appreciate the type of technology that they have. I mean, it means a lot to me personally. So leave a comment down below. And again, guys, welcome to the Ticker Feed family.